Hi, today we're talking about bounce rate. What is a bounce rate? A bounce rate means simply they came to your website, they looked at one page, no others, and left. They bounced. The reigning guru of Google Analytics is a guy named Avinash Kaushik, and he says bounce rate is they came, they puked, they left. It's a little crude, but you can't fail to get the point. What is a good bounce rate? There really isn't a number, but there are ranges. So bounce rates under 40%, good. Bounce rates over 50%, blinking yellow light. And it depends on what business you're in. Lead generation websites can have somewhat higher bounce rates than, say, e-commerce sites. So let's say you've put a lot of money into a pay-per-click campaign and you're selling some kitchen appliance for $29.95 that's very competitive and highly discounted. Well, if you're also putting a lot of money into advertising and pay-per-click, then you're gonna with a high bounce rate, you're gonna lose money. On the other hand, if you're a heating and air conditioning contractor and one of those leads can turn out to give you a $24,000 heating and air conditioning job, can you tolerate a higher bounce rate? Well, of course. Where do bounce rates come from? They generally come from two areas. The first one is loosely defined as targeting. What is targeting? You will hear it in the context of traffic being driven that is tightly targeted. So what would an example be? I saw a case study of Enterprise Car Rental. They had an expensive pay-per-click campaign that said used car blowout or hot used car blowout. You go to their website, there's no hot used car blowout. So you're a little irritated, you're gone in a few seconds, and by the way, those people come into your website in that few seconds. They're not making a decision about whether or not to do business with you. They're just making that nanosecond decision about whether or not to stay or go. So you see there's no hot used car blowout, you bounce. And the brand takes a little hit too, because now you're slightly irritated that Enterprise Car Rental promised you something and did not meet that expectation. Another example might be, let's say someone is running an ad for indoor solar heated lap pool. Now the ideal here is if the ad says indoor solar heated lap pool, they click on it, it goes to a page that says indoor solar heated lap pool, and then you've got a match. You've got tightly targeted traffic. Tightly targeted traffic like that will give you a lower bounce rate. Other than targeting, where you're building higher bounce rates is in this general area of usability. So what are usability issues? One might be colors. I was on some websites recently where the red was so intense and the orange was so intense in the background that I felt like I had to almost squint to be able to read what they were trying to tell me. So those sites are going to have relatively higher bounce rates. Come to another website, and I guess they thought a website was supposed to be like a book. And so they had what we call a wall of text. They had paragraph after paragraph of dense text that they expected the viewer to chew through. Viewers are not going to do that. Think of when you pull up a page of Google search results, you scan and click. So you have to make optimum use of headlines and subheadlines and bullets and bolding and italics and all the things that is going to make it easy for people to go bang, 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 click, and get involved in your website and not bounce off, which is the essence of bounce rate. I came to another website. They had 8 or 10 little boxes. Each box had 6 or 8 little links. Some of the links only had one word different from some of the others. I felt like it was overwhelming. I was going to get confused. It was so much easier to hit the back button and go to a competitor that had what we call a logical path to conversion that ended in a call to action. And you can just feel the difference in those two descriptions. There are flash images going on websites that practically make you seasick. They're rotating. They rotate so quickly that you can't read what's in them. Once you've read what's in them, you can't get it to stop. And by the way, the answer to that, if that's one of the things going on your website, is user control. Pause, play, replay, so that the user can handle it. And the same thing is going on with these video assaults. You get to the website and somebody marches up there and starts shouting at you. If there is a prominently displayed pause button, they can watch it or not. But it's under their control. And that's the answer. On bounce rates, can you ignore your bounce rate? Absolutely. There's a bunch of people who would love for you to do that. They're called competitors. Thanks for watching.